Hello and welcome to round one of the Rio Grande Valley Pokemon Sun and Moon League Cup. On the left-hand side, we have Andy Garza. And on the right-hand side, we have Ryan Brown. These are both players from San Antonio, and they traveled, down south to attend our League Cup. So we're pretty grateful to have players from both Corpus Christi, San Antonio, and of course players from locally from the Valley join us for this tournament. So we see Andy start with Rowlet. Gonna see an Ultra Ball, full art Ultra Ball at that. Gonna be looking for either another, well, obviously another Pokemon, right? But either a Shaman or maybe another Rowlet, possibly an Oddish, because this is that very popular Decidueye Vileplume deck. So we do see an Oddish come down, and both players are having a little fun. And we do see another trainer's mill come down. And it gives Andy a couple of options. Do see to take the N here. He does have the option for a second Ultra Ball, but I think he wants to keep some of the cards in his hand. So we'll see an N come down momentarily, I would assume. Oh no, Revitalizer. Go on ahead and grab that Dartrix back into his hand. Can't evolve it right now. There is no Force Giant Plants. I think that was a little bit of a misplay on Andy's part. But that's okay. If I did not mention it before, we are watching this video at 1.5 speed just to get through this, get through the player's thought process a little bit quicker. Save you guys some time, save me some time. So we see the N come down. Both players are going to draw a new fresh hand of 6 cards. And we'll see what both players were on to, really. Andy's really hoping for to find a Force Giant Plants here. That'll allow him to evolve his Pokemon all the way to stage 2 if he wanted to this turn. So let's see here. We do have the Forest of Giant Plants come down. We do see a Dartrix and a Decidueye GX hits the field. Here we see Lullaby, maybe going to grab another Oddish, or Rowlet, possibly a Gloom, depending on what's in Andy's hand, really. So we'll see that Gloom, evolve into the Gloom. Gonna attach a double colorless more than likely. He hasn't used the Feather Arrow ability yet. So let's see if he remembers to do that. Nope. And it was just see a pass on to Ryan's turn. So Ryan did start with that Trubbish, right? So with Garbodor, if he's able to get a Floatstone on it, well, not under item lock, Garbodor will be able to shut down both Vileplume and Decidueye's abilities. Ryan does play a few interesting techs that we can talk about once he gets into those. But, yeah. So we do see a Hoopa come down with that Scoundrel Ring ability. Gonna let him grab 3 Pokemon EX. So usually we see a Mewtwo Shaman in this case. So we do see one Mewtwo hit the field. This is the Mega Mewtwo Garbodor deck that was fairly popular a month or so ago. So we see a Mewtwo and a Shaman come down. It's possible that, there's a third Mewtwo prized, or it's in his hand already, or maybe just wants to draw a few more cards off the Shaman. So we see an Ultra Ball. Gonna discard a Psychic Energy, which is pretty okay. You can always get those back with Mega Turbo. And we see a Wallopit. So this is one of the more interesting techs I was discussing earlier. With Bide Barricade, it allows you to stop Vileplume's ability and Decidueye's ability, which will buy you that turn to attach a Floatstone and get Garbodor into play if it's necessary. You also, with Bide Barricade, you also stop things like Shaman's setup ability and Volcanion Steam Up, if that's ever the case. Really, a really great card in the format right now if you haven't been using it. So we see an Ultra Ball, grabbing the Wobbuffet. Gonna see a Sycamore here, discarding a Garbodor, which is pretty unfortunate. I believe we also see another Mewtwo in the discard pile. Ryan does, however, find the Floatstone for the Trubbish and a Shrine of Memories. Not going to do too much right now, but later on in the game, Shrine of Memories could be pivotal. See Ryan trying to make a decision here where to attach this energy. So he's gonna go ahead and retreat into Wobbuffet. So this is a really good. This is a really great play. Not only because you can't use Feather Arrow, and he also can't use Shaman this turn. So we see Andy trying to decide what to do, and we see another end come down. Both players will shuffle up and draw 6 cards. And what Andy really needs to draw into is another Shrine of Memories, some grass Pokemon to evolve into, and another energy would be really helpful, just so we can start putting damage on this Wobbuffet and get it out of the active position. Sorry about that. Oh, we don't see much from Andy's hand. We do, however, see a Rainbow Energy. Rainbow Energy is pretty interesting. He's not playing just a straight grass energy. Can't get a Vileplume into play, and he's going to have to settle for a Razor Leaf on this Wobbuffet. Here we see an Ultra Ball. Going to discard Shaman and Professor Sycamore. Probably going to get himself a Mega Mewtwo. Yeah. Mega Mewtwo with that Psychic Infinity attack deals a ton of damage. Especially against this deck, you're guaranteed at least 160 damage because the Decidueye needs 3 energies to attack. Combined with the 2 that are attached for Psychic Infinity, that's 160 damage. Here we see a Floatstone hitting the Wobbuffet and a Mega Turbo on Mewtwo. And we'll see what Ryan decides here. He could just pass a turn. There's no harm in that. Or we could see another VS Seeker. Gonna throw down a Sycamore. So the reason a pass wouldn't have been too bad here is because Barricade is obviously stopping both abilities, or all abilities I should say, that are not Psychic Pokemon, and allows Ryan another turn to set up. You see a Super Rod come down. Gonna put back in a Garbodor, Mega Mewtwo's, and 2 Mega Mewtwo's. Probably see another Ultra Ball. Gonna grab one of those Mega Mewtwo's, and we might just see a Mega Evolve to end the turn here. Oh, Garbodor coming down. Okay, so that's pretty good too. So playing his item cards while he can. Garbodor is gonna make it so no Pokemon have abilities, right? So we'll see Ryan shuffle up. See a double colors attachment for the turn. So that's what I was talking about. Decidueye has to have 3 energy to attack. Mega Mewtwo can do a ton of damage. So we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 energy total. Gonna hit him for 220, along with the 10 damage, or the 1 damage counter from the Rainbow Energy. Gonna have that Decidueye at 230 damage. And Andy's hand's not looking too great. We do see that Espeon EX in Andy's hand, which is a pretty interesting tech. I haven't tested it too much, but the ability to de-evolve your opponent's Pokemon after using a bunch of Feather Arrow attacks is pretty cool. So we don't have Andy's gonna have to rely on this Lysander play. Gonna bring up that Hoopa, and hopefully he can get it stuck in the active position for a turn. So maybe he can draw out of this hand. And with no abilities, what can you really do here besides Razor Leaf again, do for another 90 damage? So both players checking their own discard piles, seeing what resource they have left. And yep, we'll just see that a Razor Leaf for 90 damage, and a pass on to Ryan's turn. So Ryan needs to draw out of this. We see an Olympia here. Gonna heal 30 damage. Let him switch that Hoopa back with his Mewtwo. And we're gonna see a Psychic Infinity for the knockout. So here it is, Espeon versus the Mega Mewtwo. Can it survive? Andy's hand is not looking too good. 2 Dartrix, Decidueye. And we see Espeon go ahead and attack, de-evolving that Garbodor. And it's looking like game over pretty soon. We'll see this Mewtwo do 100 and... Oh, he devolved Mewtwo actually and has to put it back down. So we'll see the Mewtwo do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 190 damage. Gotta be able to one-shot this Espeon EX in play. So we'll see that Psychic Infinity coming out, more than likely. Oh, no, Ryan's still deciding what else to do. Gonna check his discard pile for some more resources. And another Sycamore coming down. Gonna let Ryan draw 7 new cards. He wants to advance his board position just a little bit more. And we see another energy coming out. And we see Psychic Infinity or a Shatter Shot for the knockout. And we see a Scoop here. Yeah, Andy's hand was just not working with him, not cooperating at all. So we'll get into round 2 shortly. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.